Hey everybody, welcome to the stream, welcome to Alleyway. Yeah, decided to go to a retro a little bit today with this really old Game Boy game. It just recently got became available on the Nintendo Game Boy Switch Online Game Boy library. But I have actually played this a long time ago when I was a kid because even though I didn't own this game, I only actually owned three, well, later four Game Boy titles, Game Boy cartridges. I had Tetris, of course. Everyone who bought a Game Boy came with Tetris included. I had Super Mario Land, Solar Striker, the ship game, and then I got a Tetris Attack way later. But what I did also do when I was a kid is I would borrow a lot of cartridges from like neighboring kids, the neighbors' kids, and yeah, back then it was kind of. I mean, I think gaming was always a kind of expensive hobby, but back then, as long as you had the right console or the same console that everyone else in the neighborhood had, you kind of had access to all of their games, their whole libraries. So because we would always be exchanging games with each other. Kind of cool that. Hey, Barricade. Yeah, kind of cool that I got the chance to play a lot of older games, a lot of Game Boy games, even though I didn't necessarily own this. You had this on the 3DS Virtual Console. Yeah, I never. I wasn't. I guess I wasn't enough of a fan of this game to buy it, but I did want to at some point try and beat it because I don't remember if I actually got to beat it as a kid. So I'm kind of still on my journey of trying to beat all the games I used to play as a kid. So hey, now that I kind of have a quote unquote free access to this game, I figured I tried it. And when I first tried it, it was actually kind of difficult because I thought, oh, I only had a certain number of lives, and I thought I kept dying a little too early. And then when I looked at the list of levels, like what, 32 levels? What? No way I can beat it with this amount of lives. But then I started playing like a little bit every night, just okay, let me try and see how far I can go without rewind, without save states, no nothing. There are no continues in this game. But so I decided, oh, let's see how far I can go. So I got I think to level 13, and then a little later to level 18, then 24. Then it kept going, kept getting a little higher. Eventually, I was able to beat it, and then I kept trying. I kept playing it again over and over, and every time I tried, I was able to beat it. So I I'm a little bit confident that I can beat it, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't guarantee it. Like with other more recent games, you can kind of guarantee that at some point I will be able to beat this game, that game. But this one, there is a possibility that I might run out of lives before the final stage and get a game over, and then I'll have to start all over again. So I am willing to start over at least two times today. There is a chance I don't have to, but if I do start over, I will start over at least a couple times, then I'll give up. But yeah, kind of one thing I got a little interesting about this game is the box art. Look at this. Oop, no, this one. Look at that. It kind of makes you feel like you're traveling in space with very very like sci-fi looking element, even though it's a simple block breaker game. It's just an Arkanoid clone, a block breaker from Atari. Then came Arkanoid, and then so they made this. And actually, even among Arkanoid clones, it's kind of bare bones. But I don't know. The box art really helps sells this sci-fi image that a lot of Game Boy games had back in the day. I mean, look at the Tetris cover. All these uh, shapes just dashing downwards like with this streak from this singularity and bright spot. And I was a big fan. Always was a big fan of the original Game Boy cover. I mean, the Game Boy itself is like doesn't seem like a big deal nowadays, but back then it really felt like very futuristic. Like, whoa, look, it's so advanced. Really felt it really had to be there. And yeah, that is indeed Mario in the spaceship. Like almost like robot hands controlling this very, very advanced thing. Yeah, that is indeed Mario, or at least someone who looks like Mario. His name is never actually stated, but yeah. And there's the tagline: "Cruise the alleyway, smash energy balls, and destroy the Vid-Grid." Very 80s kind of terms. But yeah, that is what we'll be playing today. I will be attempting to try and beat it, but see if I can beat it on stream, hopefully. Get revenge on my younger self who was never able to beat this. I think yeah, I because this was about I think if I had owned this game, I might have been able to beat it just by playing it over and over again. But because this was a borrowed game, I eventually obviously I had to return the cartridge. So I played it a little bit and wasn't able to beat it, and then returned it. So, but yeah, that's kind of how it was back in the day. I also did that a lot with rental games. Sometimes I would rent a game, play it a little bit, but not be able to beat it, but then I'll have to return it. But yeah, it's still kind of cool that I had access to these games that even though I didn't own them, and I also even if you didn't own the console that the other kids owned, you still had access to them because you could always go over there to their house and play on their console. I mean that kind of was the thing that we did back in the day. Like, oh, hey, want to come over to my house and play some video games? So, I guess I kind of want to try and recreate that in this with this channel. I kind of, hey, want to come over to my channel and check out these video games that I have? So yeah, even if you don't have access to this game, or never owned this, or never, I guess, felt like playing it, you can still check it out because I can play it for you and show how it looks like, what it looks like, how it works. Yeah, let me just sound and make sure it's working. Okay, let's go. Sound a little. Not a lot of music in this game. It actually doesn't have. Wait. There he is, going into his cylindrical spaceship, I guess. Let's go. So yeah, first stage, not very basic, just your simple grid of blocks. Except you see that some blocks have different colors. We have white blocks, gray blocks, and I guess black blocks. And whenever the ball hits a darker block, it kind of gets a little faster. I don't know if you noticed that, but once it touched the gray block, the ball gets a little bit faster. Once it touched the black block, it gets even faster. It's kind of a way to scale the difficulty, I guess. If you're good enough to clear all the white blocks and you reach the gray blocks, then the game gets a little harder by the ball getting a little faster. And yet it can kind of aim where the ball goes by just deciding what position of the paddle it bounces off of. Because if it's at a certain angle and you decide to bounce it around the middle, it kind of goes at a 90 degree. But if you bounce it around the edge, it kind of goes a little steeper. It's almost like the paddle has rounded edges, like it actually has rounded edges, so it's not like a flat angle. It's almost like a curved, which is something they actually used to do way back in the, whoops, I'm kind of distracted. Way back in the original block breakers, because I think even in the original Pong they did that to kind of give a little bit more strategy to the game, allow you to make certain types of moves, and of course, hitting the edge is kind of risky because it's a very good chance that you might miss. And yeah, you can kind of decide, oh, do you want to make it go back the other way it came, or continue going where it was? So you can kind of aim. I'm not aiming exactly right now, but because I'm, I guess, distracted by talking. But that is kind of a way to prevent, I guess, a loop. You know, if I just leave the ball like that. See, the game kind of has an anti-loop system, I guess. When the ball kind of when the game detects that the ball has been bouncing off the same walls a certain amount of times. Look at that. I'm not going to move. It is going to go out. It is going to leave this loop at some point. Look at that. Come on. Yeah. See? The anti-loop system kicked in. I didn't do anything, but for some reason, when it hit that one wall, it bounced to the in another direction instead of the same direction it kept bouncing on. Although there was, I think that anti-loop system only works on walls, because there was one time when I had the ball trapped in with a bunch of unbreakable blocks, and it kept going, and didn't do anything. But then I hit pause, and when I unpaused it, it went in another direction. It got out of the loop. So it kind of still has an anti-loop system. Kind of weird. But yeah, this is stage 2, which has this side-scrolling effect. Makes it a little harder, but actually a little harder to aim, but actually a little easier because as you saw in the first stage, if you have a ball in a loop, you have to get it out of that loop if you want to hit the other balls, the other blocks. But with a side-scrolling, you can keep it in that loop. At some point, the block will come in contact with the path of the ball, you know, will intercept the ball. So in a way, even though this is like supposed to be harder, it kind of makes it easier. Whoop. Yeah, usually I don't lose a life in the first few stages. It happened this time, but hopefully that won't affect the end game too much. I might need that one life that I lost by the end. We'll see. You will notice that every time I hit a white block, I get 1 point. I think the gray blocks is 3 points and the black ones are 5. Usually I don't care much about points, but in this case I do, because every 1,000 points you get an extra life. Whenever points give you something that helps you beat the game, then I do care about high score. Okay. See, I'm just gonna leave it in this loop. At some point, come on. Oh, there you go. At some point, the block is going to go into the path of the ball instead of me having to aim the ball. Okay, so this is stage 3. Still the same pattern, but it has the third stage has a different gimmick to it. If I can get it right in the side there. It's very satisfying when you get it, when you get the ball like that. Ah, come on again. When you get the ball to the side and it keeps bouncing up and down the top. Oh. Uh-oh. Even makes a little music when you with the bouncing of the on the unbreakable blocks back up. I guess it makes up for the game not having any background music. But yeah, as you can see, the stage is coming down. Well, I guess it's supposed to be kind of panic-inducing, almost like those puzzle bobble games, you know, the ones where you have to break the bubbles. A lot of those have this kind of time attack mode where you have to break them faster than they're coming down. But in this case, it's kind of not that bad because you don't lose. Unlike those puzzle bobble games, you don't lose if the blocks reach the bottom. They kind of just disappear. It's kind of faking a panic mode. I guess you don't. If you let the blocks disappear, you kind of miss out on the points. And it always goes down every few hits of the paddle, so there's no risk of it going down as the ball is up there. It always goes down when it hits the paddle. It has to hit the paddle a few times, and then goes down again, and then you hit the paddle a few times, it goes down then. But then that number keeps going down, so it keeps going down more and more frequently. Yeah, this game looks simple, but it has a little bit of depth to it. So yeah, time for the bonus stage. It still says stage 3, but we are in the bonus stage, which is, I guess, is the 4th stage. But this one, there is no risk of dying. If you miss the ball, you don't lose the life. But this one is timed. As you can see, I have 95 seconds to clear this whole thing. Let's see if I can do it. And then, yeah, the little Mario sprite. Can I do it? No? Okay, go back. Come on. Oh, no. Dang it. I messed up. The other way. Yeah, keep going this way. And a little more. A little more. A little more. Okay. Can I do it in 35 seconds? Ooh, almost. One more. Come on. No, go that way. I don't think I can do it. Last one. Oh well. If I had gotten all the blocks, I would have gotten bonus points. Oh well. It is a little tricky, but the way to beat these levels is to kind of make the ball go into a spiral. If I can manage to hit it at the right part of the paddle, it kind of goes up and goes in another loop, but a slightly offset loop. So it can keep going in these loops, but slightly offset, so eventually it would go through the entire thing. But I have to really make it hit the right side of the ball, because if it hits the wrong side and then it goes the other way, goes counterclockwise instead, and then I have to make it go back the same way, so I waste time. But yeah, there is some strategy to it as well. But yeah, as you can see, now we are on a different path, but it kind of keeps repeating the same patterns of stages. So the first stage, nothing happens. Second stage, side scroller. Third stage keeps going down. It's almost like you're in different worlds. Like, I mean, this is kind of technically a Mario game, so it is kind of like this is kind of like World 2. And as you'd expect from a Mario game, there are a total of 8 worlds. So there are 8 total patterns, each with 3 different gameplay styles, I guess, behaviors. If you wonder if there are other Nintendo sprites, no, there are only Mario sprites in this. So yeah, there are 24 regular stages and 8 bonus stages for a total of 32 stages. Yeah, this stage also not that bad. There's also the chance that I might get the ball in between these lines and they'll bounce off each other. Although there is a little surprise at the end here. There you go. Remember when I said about the game scaling its difficulty based on how high the blocks are? So if you clear the white blocks and you reach the gray blocks, game gets a little harder because the ball gets a little faster. Reach the black blocks, games that get even harder because the ball gets even faster. But now I can reach the top of the screen. If the ball reaches the top of the screen, it'll get a little even harder. Not by getting faster, but by this. Ah! I've been shrunk. I'm now my paddle is now half the size. Ah. So yeah, that always happens when the ball touches the top of the screen, which actually is only possible from the World 2, I guess, or the 5th stage onward, or stage 4 onward, if you don't count the bonus. Oddly enough, not because they didn't program this rule to include the first few stages, but because in the first few stages, they just had unbreakable blocks on the top of the screen. So I guess this rule would apply to all stages, except in the first few stages, it's not possible to reach the top of the screen, so you don't see this effect. Okay. I guess it was a way to save up on lines of code. Instead of getting a line of code that says, oh, only do this if stage is 4 or above. You just, no, do this for all stages, but we'll design the first... Hey, I got an extra life. We'll design the first 3 stages with blocks, with the unbreakable blocks blocking the top of the screen. So yeah, from now on, we'll always start with a full-size paddle, but as soon as we touch the top, we go to the half-size paddle, and that's when things can get dangerous. It would kind of be a good strategy to avoid reaching the top of the screen if I can. At least try and break as many blocks as I can before reaching the top of the screen. I mean, obviously, it will reach at some point. I'm not that good at aiming the ball as to avoid any of the gaps. If I can avoid most of them for as long as possible. There you go. But yeah, I was supposed to stream Dark Souls now in my game rotation. Is always Prince of Persia: Two Thrones, then Doom Eternal, and then Dark Souls. I actually haven't been streaming for the last couple of stream days because of, well, on Thursday because I got sick again, and then on Sunday because I had no internet again. So there's right now right now there's these three things that might prevent me from streaming. If either I get sick, or if I get no internet, or if there's like power outages due to heavy rain or something, then okay, I'm not going to risk going on a long stream game while there's a risk of power outages. Hopefully, all these events will get better once I get back to my apartment, which is being renovated right now. So maybe one day I'll even have a what they call a UPS, uninterruptible power source, so that I can connect to my computer and not have any risk of power failures. I mean, the power failure might interrupt the stream, but it won't interrupt the recording or the game. So I don't want to. If there is an issue with power, I don't want to risk the recording being lost, because I got the local recording being lost because the PC shut down, or a game file, a game save being corrupted because the console or the PC shut down or something. Like, imagine if I'm playing Dark Souls while it's saving, the PlayStation gets shut down, and my save gets corrupted. Yikes. So that is a fear that I have while streaming. So because Dark Souls, I mean, it can be a long game, if I choose to be, but usually I start my Dark Souls streams with a certain goal in mind. I mean, technically, I guess I could stream Dark Souls for only a little bit, but I kind of want to, oh no, this stream I want to achieve this. I want to beat this boss or get to the end of this area or something. That's why my Dark Souls streams are usually like 5, 6, 7 hours long. So, since I'm still kind of, I guess, recovering from my sickness, my voice still isn't 100%. I also didn't want to push myself by streaming very long. And because it still rained a little bit today, so I kind of don't want to... I don't want to push my luck, you know? I don't want to risk streaming for too long, so I figured, hey, I just managed to beat this game and get a little bit of practice, get a little better. And this, I actually timed myself at one point. I started a timer and started playing this, and okay, how long does it take for me to beat this game? So rather than trusting the howlongtobeat.com, sometimes I'll just time myself as I am playing the game. And when I timed myself playing this, I think it was almost around an hour and a half to beat. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, not so short, not too short, but also not too long, just long enough for it to be its own stream. So yeah, today will be a shorter stream than usual. If by Sunday or by Tuesday or Thursday I'm feeling better and there have been no power outages recently, or not a lot of rain, then I'll go back to Dark Souls. Okay, so yeah, at the end of every 3 stages, you get a bonus stage. Every 4th stage is a bonus stage, which I guess it's like the end of each world. And now it's a little Koopa Trooper sprite. Let's go. It actually kind of looks more like what's called the Nokobon, the little sprite from Super Mario Land. The little turtles from Super Mario Land. Still counts. Okay, now right. Okay, now go back. Whoops. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. Oh no, it's stuck in the corner. Okay. Keep going. A little more. Do the spiral thing. Uh-oh. Oh, I changed its direction. Oh no. That wasted a lot of time. Okay, a little more. Okay, uh-oh. One more loop. Oh! Barely. Barely made it. Special bonus, 700 points. And one more extra life. Nice. Woohoo. Yeah, like I said, if you aim your paddle correctly, you plan the spiral, you can clear the bonus stages. So now we're in World 3, which has this checkerboard kind of pattern. Again, not too bad, but there is a slight chance that, yeah, I won't know which way the ball is going to come down. I mean, sometimes I will miss the paddle because I will miss the ball because I expect it to go one way, but it kind of bounces around so much that it goes another way, and I'm like, oh, wait. And the thing with this specific version of, I guess, Block Breaker, I guess is also common with a lot of console versions of Block Breaker, is that the paddle moves at a constant speed. You know, there's no way to make it move faster. So if you don't react fast enough and your paddle is too far away, it doesn't matter. You just won't have enough time to reach the ball by the time it comes down. So another strategy is actually to leave your paddle in the middle of the screen. So that there's a less time required to reach either end of the screen. If I keep if I keep the paddle on one side, see, it takes longer to reach the opposite side of the screen than if I keep it in the middle. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, not too bad. A little more. One more. It's always a little frustrating when there's just one block left and you can't seem to get it to hit. All barely missing it every time. Okay, enough. Kind of trippy. These blocks going in different speeds. The World 2, it was like they're going one direction, but then in another direction. But now they're all in the same direction, but at different speeds. But yeah, it can take a while, but again, there is some strategy. You are able to kind of aim if you manage to make the ball hit the correct side of the paddle, not the right as in right and left, but the right as in the correct side of the panel. The problem is when this happens and the paddle is half size, and it gets a little dangerous to try and aim. So sometimes in the more advanced levels, I'm just not going to bother trying to aim. I'm just going to keep hitting it, hoping for the best. Yeah, no time limit on the regular levels, just only on the bonus levels. I mean, obviously oof. Sometimes you just go straight down unexpectedly and kind of scary. Obviously, you want to try and get it as fast as possible to reduce the chances of you missing for one reason or another. Okay, I'm gonna keep on this loop and then, oh, come on. Come on. Hit it. There you go. 3DS port of this game? Maybe. I never actually bought any of the NES ports with 3D effects on the 3DS. I just figured, what's the point? I didn't really feel like it was worth the money. But yeah, there might be have been, but then again, this doesn't have a background. So like, what would be in the foreground? What would be in the background? So like, what's the point of this one having a 3D effect? You know, you can understand the first Mario game. I think that one had 3D effect. I think there was a Kirby game. Those games had background. This one doesn't. Even though the box art makes it looks like you're in space, so I guess they could have made a few dots to indicate stars or something, like they did in the first level of Solar Striker. But maybe that would get in the way or something. I have been actually watching interesting documentary style on older Nintendo consoles like the Game Boy and the NES. If you look up on YouTube, Game Boy Works, and there's an interesting documentary about the older titles. And they kind of draw a parallel of the earlier Game Boy games being kind of like the early NES games, where they were very simple in nature because a lot of them were they weren't trying to push the system. They just wanted to be ports of NES games or arcade games and such. So this game was kind of like one of those early Game Boy games that were very, very simple in nature, kind of like what they call the black box NES games, which didn't have very elaborate covers, kind of like the very first Mario game. But yeah, this one and the one before, the level before, not only does it keep coming down, but there's a second set of blocks waiting for you at the top. So it kind of doubles the amount of blocks to be broken. Okay. Come on, get in the top there. There we go. Yeah, good thing about this pattern is that it's very easy to trap the ball up on top and make it take out a bunch of blocks at once. So yeah, even though I kept playing this a lot, like late at night, maybe I wouldn't call this game cozy because it can get a little stressful. And if you're, I sometimes made the mistake of trying to play this too late at night while I was kind of sleepy. And I mean, admittedly, the game is kind of the gameplay is kind of monotonous. I mean that you're only staring at the same screen over and over again. So I would compare it to kind of like if you're a truck driver driving down a very long road. It kind of makes it a little easy to like doze off or something, or get distracted thinking of something else, and then oh wait, the ball's about to you're about to miss the ball. If you're not focused, you very easily lose a life. So you're kind of fighting the ball, but also fighting your own focus. And come on, a little more. There you go. Now you have a blooper. Okay. See if I can. As you can see, the timer keeps going down. I had 95 seconds the first time. Now I have 85 seconds. So the bonus stages keep getting a little harder. But on the other hand, the amount of points you get if you clear them gets a little higher as well. Go back. Okay, keep going in the same pattern, same spiral. Okay. Okay, one more. Ah, barely. There you go. Just a little bit of practice, and you can do it. You know, I got 1,000 points. I think last time I got like 700 points or 800. So now we are in World 4, I think. Yeah. Last one. First one, regular blocks. Second one, the stripes. Third one, checkerboard pattern. Now we're in World 4, which has these unbreakable blocks in the middle. So you have dividing the whole thing in 3 sections. Again, first stage, not that big a deal. Nothing happens, but I think the second stage of this world, I guess, is kind of harder than some of the later stages. I can try and focus on one at a time. Okay, now I'm gonna focus on the second one. Try. See if I can aim it. Whoops. Aim. No. Don't go back. No. I didn't want it to touch the top so early. Dang it. Can I just waiting for the ball to come down, but also kind of rooting for the ball to go in the right place? Come on, ball. Come on, go. Come on, get in there. You can do it. Switch it up a little bit. So annoying when it goes up and down and doesn't hit anything. There you go. Again, I could try and keep it on to the side, but I'm trying not to aim too much, to not risk losing life. So I'm just hitting the paddle, hoping for the best. Okay. Ooh, that was very risky, but worthwhile. Come on. There are moments where you get on the edge of your seat. Is it going to hit? Is it going to hit? Right about that. Okay. Okay, now just the middle. Getting good at the bonus stages also helps a lot with getting a lot of points and getting a lot of lives, so that also helps with beating the game. Make sure you don't run out of lives. Ah, barely. Don't get a game over. Come on. I don't want to risk aiming too much. There we go. Woof. And now here we go. Oh dear. The crisscrossing of the unbreakable blocks can really mess you up, because the ball can get stuck between a bunch of them and bounce around left to right a bunch of times before coming down, and then you don't have a lot of time to react. I mean, right now it's not that bad because the ball is still a little slow, but once the ball breaks the black blocks, and it gets faster, and once the touches the top of the screen and you get half shrunk to half size, then it's going to be dangerous. Yeah, I lost that one life at the beginning, but so far been doing good. But yeah, this is when I would usually at least lose my first life, and then in the later levels I'll start. There are some later levels where there is a possibility I might lose multiple lives on the same level. Uh-oh, okay. Okay. And that's when things can get dangerous. Huh? Come on. Stop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, thanks for the extra life. I'm probably gonna need it. Sometimes I like touch the direction pad for a little bit. And I think I've moved it enough, but then oh no, wait, wasn't enough. I needed to have moved a little bit, but too late. I kind of the little come on. Sometimes instead of just moving and then stopping, moving and then stopping, I will do the I'll move a little bit at a time, like this. Come on, one more. Come on, last one. Come on. So close. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Whew. Very tense. If the ball's going down like slow enough, you can kind of calculate where it's going to go even before it bounces off the wall. You can kind of mentally triangulate the position. Okay, we're gonna go there and then there, and you can kind of put the paddle in position even before the ball comes. But yeah, that last stage, I can't do that. The movement of the ball is too unpredictable. With the paddle being too small, I don't want to risk trying to predict where the ball is going. So I try to just react fast enough. A little bit of water after that one. Hydration. Check the audio. Okay. This one, even though, I mean, if I keep the ball bouncing long enough, even though I will lose the blocks, the points of the blocks that disappear, maybe it was not so big a deal. I mean, I can just not worry about. Uh-oh, never mind. Not try and reach the top of the screen, but just have it keep bouncing over and over again until it goes down all the way. Because yeah, this is the third level of the fourth world, I guess. And as you can imagine, there's another pattern coming down. So I shouldn't be worrying about completing this first pattern. It's the second pattern that I really need to focus on. So the more I can get the ball to hit the paddle, the faster it will go down. Because that's what triggers the stage coming down, is a certain amount of hits on the paddle. See? At some point, it's going to keep coming down with every hit. The problem with it coming down is that it also leaves a lot of blocks like really close to the paddle, which gives you the right gives you the chance of the ball just coming back a little too soon, and you're not ready for it. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I really want these bottom blocks to go away. Oh no. Ooh, when the ball does that going down suddenly move that's kind of dangerous. Okay. If it's at a 45-degree angle, it's okay. But if it's like at a 60-degree angle, a little dangerous. Okay. Okay, it's stopped coming down. Now I just gotta finish off this area. Okay. Come on. I don't want to try and aim in the middle, but I might have to because... Okay. Ooh. Yeah, 30-degree angle, not so bad. Kind of takes a while for it to go up, and then it takes a while to come back down. And now it's a piranha plant. And now I have 80 seconds. So it keeps going down. See, I had 85 before, and now it's 80. Oh dear. Okay. Here you go. Spiral. Go back. Okay. Okay, keep going. Okay, keep going. One more. Okay, one more. Come on. Oh. There you go. Woohoo! Another clear. And 1,500 points. Woohoo! So now we're in World 5. Okay, now I'm glad that I got practice the bonus stages. Because, yeah, even though I lost 1 life at the end, now I have 9 lives. I don't think you can get more than 9, but... Now I'm kind of confident that I will be able to beat this on the first try. Okay, keep going. I want to trap it. A little too much. No, keep that way. No, keep going that way. There you go. Not enough. Kind of focusing on one side to try and get the ball to get trapped between the lines. Oh well. Again, the first level of each world, not that big a deal. Touch the top of the screen. You know what that means. We enter hard mode. In other like block breaker Arkanoid style games, you would have like power-ups coming down from certain blocks, or sometimes power downs, as they call it, power-ups and power downs, when you get a capsule that would reduce your paddle size. So you had that extra the extra challenge of trying to hit the ball, but also trying to hit the good power-ups, but also trying to avoid the bad power-ups. All of them coming down at the same time. This one doesn't have any power-ups or power-downs, but I guess you can count the ball touching the top of the screen as a power-down. Okay, back to the side-scrolling level. We're in 5-2. I think this one has even higher chance of the ball getting trapped. If I can get it the right way. There we go. Ball got trapped and started bouncing around. That's what you want to achieve. If I can get it to hit that gap, get it to get trapped in the ceiling, even better. There we go. So yeah, with the exception of that 4-2 stage, the second stages, the side-scrolling ones, are usually the easier ones. Or at least the ones that I can clear quicker. Kind of want to time myself now to see how long did it take for me to clear the first one on average, and how long did it take to clear the second ones on average. See if it's lower. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on this loop, and there we go. Okay, once again. Gonna keep coming down, and there's a second set above, but the danger of it coming down is that the closer blocks are gonna make the ball come down faster, so there's a danger there. So I might have to try and clear this bottom block first to avoid this danger. Let's see. Trying the same strats as before. Keep this side. Every time the ball hits the paddle, there's a counter. Like and then at a certain numbers of that counter, that's when the whole thing comes down. And that counter keeps decreasing. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we like to see. Woohoo. That's not what we like to see, but okay. Okay, now I just gotta wait for the actual final pattern to come down. And get rid of these stray ones. So they don't get in the way. Okay. Okay, You can kind of relax now. It's just gonna wait, and every time it bounces back, it goes down a little bit. There you go. The last block disappeared. Got low enough that it went beyond the edge. Yeah, this one not quite as stressful as some of the others. But there are some later levels where this mechanic of the stage coming down can cause a few problems. Especially if there are unbreakable blocks, because then you can't get rid of them early on. Okay. Could stop coming down at any point now. And then... There you go. Stop coming down. Now I just gotta finish off... Oh! Whoops. I thought I would be able to get it if I just put it in the corner, but... Not... That happens sometimes. Huh. Ah. There we go. Two more. Okay, now that one. Oh, close. There you go. Try the angled way to see if it hits, but sometimes it doesn't. Ooh. There you go. Oof. And now it's a bullet bill. Same thing. Yay. And I don't even care about finishing this because I probably won't get more points, but uh-oh. Oh, I messed up. It's not on a 45-degree angle. Uh-oh. And I messed up again. It went back. Okay. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. I probably don't have enough time. Nope. Nope. One block missing. Oh well. And now it's a Mario head. With his World 6. Now that scaling difficulty just goes out the window, because now we have black blocks right at the bottom instead of having the progression of white, gray, black. No, they just want to have Mario's head. But now we have these two side unbreakable blocks, which makes things a little difficult, because if on the one hand, if I can get the ball to go right in between the blocks and the black blocks and the unbreakable blocks and go up above Mario's head, and it's just going to bounce around up there and destroy a bunch of blocks at once. But it's a little difficult to aim. Let's see if I can do it. Right. Oh, there you go. Let the ball do all the work. Yeah, I shouldn't do that, because it can come down at any point. And I'm already at half size paddle. There you go. And now getting back up can be a little tricky again. There you go. It's kind of like there's the barely. There's the issue that, okay, the harder it is to get the ball over like a small gap, that also means it's harder for the ball to come back down from that small gap. So okay, so there's a kind of risk-reward thing going on, or something that it is both good and bad to have tiny gaps. Because that means the ball can stay up there longer. But it also means it's a little harder to get the ball up there. But I'm not worried. I still have 8 lives. And this level isn't that bad. It's the couple levels after that are kind of scary. Couple worlds, I should say. Okay, almost there. There you go. And now we got the side scrollers. The audio is okay. There we go. Yeah, this one I'm not gonna bother trying to aim. But yeah, this sideways barrier can get a little dangerous because then the ball can keep coming. Keep coming up, hitting the barrier, coming up and down very fast. And then I won't have time to react, especially if the paddle is tiny. This game kind of feels like, I mean, if you can compare Pong to like playing tennis, then a block breaker game is kind of like playing tennis by bouncing the ball against the wall. Which is something that I actually attempted to do. When I was a kid, I actually had tennis lessons. I tried playing tennis, but I never got very good at it. I mean, a little bit, maybe enough to like compete with other kids in the same class, but certainly not enough to win any tournaments or anything. But I remember like my tennis teacher, he was able to like play against the wall and just keep hitting the ball against the wall and keep hitting it back over and over. But whenever I tried doing that, it always felt like I was hitting it at the wrong angle. That would make the ball like go a little too far when it came back. So I was never able to run fast enough to catch the ball as it was coming back. But I guess I wasn't very good at aiming the ball such a way that it would come back where I was. But because I wasn't very good at aiming the ball, it would always like veer off in another way off direction, and I always had to try and go chasing the ball as it's coming back to try and hit it again. But then I would hit it again after chasing it, and then it would bounce all the way to the other side, and then I'll run to try and reach it. At some point, I wouldn't be able to hit the ball. So I never was able to play tennis against the wall for very long. Like maybe 1 or 2 strikes, 1 or 2 hits, and then it would go way off too far away for me to reach it. Okay. Yeah, it's not just that hand-eye coordination, is the athleticism. I was never very athletic as a kid, even though my mom kept trying to get me to do sports. Like swimming and tennis. Even in school, I would do like basketball and volleyball, but at some point, as you might imagine, a lot of kids at school love playing soccer during recess. I never liked playing soccer very much because either I wasn't very good at aiming the ball with a kick, so they say, okay, if you're not good at kicking the ball, then you be the goalie. But then I would stand there in front of the goal, and all the other kids would just, I guess it was normal, not that they had anything against me, but they would always try to kick really hard at the goal. So I was always worried that like the ball would hit my face or something. Or hit some other part of my body that would really hurt. So I wasn't very good at kicking, and I wasn't very good at being a goalie either. Not only because I couldn't react fast enough to reach the ball, but also because I was worried that I would get hit. But yeah, even when I wasn't playing, they always hit the ball to the goal as strong as they could, so it's not that they were like bullying me or something. That's just how kids play soccer. And that was not for me. Yeah, can you imagine that? Brazilian kids playing soccer? Very surprising. But yeah, this game kind of reminds me of playing tennis against the wall. With how you, especially with barrier being so close, you kind of have to pay attention to where the ball is going and trying to aim it so it doesn't go too far away from where you are. Yeah. Once again, I don't have to. I shouldn't be worrying about clearing this first set of blocks because there's a second set coming down. That's the one I need to clear. By the time the second set comes down, the first one will have disappeared already, so... There you go, see? Almost done. Couple more. There you go. I guess if I was aiming for a really high score, like I would try hit all the blocks, as many blocks as possible, but I'm just aiming to beat the game. I don't care about getting as much high score as possible. Otherwise, I would also be trying to get every single bonus stage all clear. I have 9 lives now again, even though I lost a couple, but I'm back to having a lot of lives, so I have enough points. It's good enough. That's how I usually do with video games. I don't want to try and be the best at a video game. I don't want to like speed run to do the fastest possible time or get the highest score possible. I just want to be good enough to beat the game. That's enough for me. Of course, sometimes the games is a little harder, so you kind of have to be... Being good enough takes a little work. Being good enough to beat the game, it takes a little work, but... The ball behaving a little weird or something? It's kind of shaking. Oh, kind of weird. Maybe it was at a weird angle or something. But yeah, kind of interesting that when I first played this game, like, I mean, of course, it's not like I haven't played this at all since I was a kid. But every time I tried picking this game up, I never got too far into it because I always thought it was always a little bit of a challenge to keep going. But because I decided to like dedicate enough time to get good, and not even just like too much time, you know, it's not like I played this for several hours to get over and over to get good enough. No, I just made this a routine, you know, like a daily routine. Okay, every day I'll play a little bit. And now you have a little Goomba. Right. So if you play the same game over and over, but not too much, but every day, just play a little bit every day. After a few days or even a few weeks, you will have accumulated enough, I guess, playtime in the game to get good at it. So that's how I sometimes practice for these tougher games that I sometimes stream. Okay. Okay, all clear. Okay, go back. Clockwise. Do the spiral method. Okay. A little more, come on. Nope. Uh-oh. I think I messed up. Come on, a little more. There you go. All clear. Woohoo. Hey, Megabase. Yeah, it's a pretty cool box art. Very, very 80s sci-fi looking. Even though it's a very simple block breaker game, but kind of makes you feel like, oh, you're in sci-fi spaceship battling this virtual grid or something. It actually says on the box what it says. Cruise the alleyway. Slam energy balls and destroy the Vid-Grid. Vid-Grid is very 80s term. But yeah, I was earlier I was showing the other like sci-fi looking covers for very simple looking games like Tetris. And even the Game Boy cover itself kind of looked very sci-fi-ish and virtual and like you're almost in cyberspace. You're a robot in cyberspace playing this amazing machine. Even though it's, yeah, very simple, but yeah, very cool. And yeah, even though it's a very simple sprite, but you go, oh, Mario's inside that thing. It's actually a cylindrical shaped spaceship that's Mario's piloting by going back and forth. You kind of make your mind imagine a way cooler scenario than what you're seeing, which I actually kind of, I guess, happened a lot with a lot of the older games. You know, your imagination made you visualize more complexity than what we are seeing on screen. If you owned it or a friend, I remember I never owned this, but I played it. I borrowed this from a friend. But because it was a borrowed cartridge, I eventually had to return it. So I don't think I ever beat it as a kid. But now it's the time. Now it's when I'm going back to all the games that I used to play as a kid and beating them all, and getting revenge for all the games that kicked my butt as a kid. But yeah, now we're in World 7. As I say World 7, stage 19, but because there are 3 sets of different there is like 3 variations of 8 patterns. It's kind of like worlds 1, 2, and 3, or level 1, 2, and 3 of worlds 1 to 8 in regular Mario games. So I call this World 7-1. Which happens to be the most annoying of the levels, because that's those little unbreakable blocks in between the two areas. Kind of hard to get the ball in between those gaps. So yeah, a lot of times you're gonna see the ball bouncing back and forth without breaking anything. A lot of times. So yeah, that's one of the most annoying most annoying set of stages is this one. Okay. Unbreakable blocks. Okay, let's go. At least it should take a while before the ball hits the top of the screen and my paddle gets shrunk. Yeah, right now. And I actually already got over 9,000 points. And when you get over 999 points, you get a little flower on your score, and it kind of goes back to 0. But that flower, it kind of indicates that, oh, you already got 10,000 points. So I guess I have 11,300 points. Okay. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes there's these gaps that make it harder to get the ball up there, but sometimes they actually work in your favor, because as hard as it is for the ball to get up, it's also hard for it to get back down. So sometimes the ball gets trapped up there, hitting a bunch of blocks at once before it eventually comes down. I'm gonna try and get it up there. I'm focusing more on the left side. Yeah, there is some strategy and depth to this gameplay. You can kind of aim. There you go. Come on, get up there. Nope. Nope. Get back up there. Come on, a little more. Dang it. There you go. That's what you would like to see. Yeah, very satisfying when this happens. I can relax a little bit. Relaxing time over. Ah. Whiffed. But that's okay. I got plenty of lives. When I started the stream, I did mention that there was a slight risk that I might not be able to finish the game, because if I run out of lives before the final level, I would just... There are no continues in this game, so I would just get a game over and I have to start from scratch. So like, okay, I was willing to start over at least 2 times or so. But if I couldn't finish the game in 2 or 3 attempts, that was too long. It was not... I'll just give up. But it's looking like I might get it on the first try, but there's always a chance that I'll lose a bunch of lives on one stage or something. That has happened before. Like one stage I'll lose 3 lives or something. So they're still a little tense. But I do like having a lot of extra lives. Mostly because I practice getting all clears on the bonus stages, which gives you a lot of points, and the more points you get, the more lives you get. Except that once you reach 9,000 points, you stop getting extra lives every 1,000 points. So there's a limit to how many extra lives you get. Okay. Thanks, Steve Wozniak, for that. I know he played a lot of Tetris. I'm not sure if he played this. But yeah, this actually is one of those games where once you clear the game actually starts over, and you can keep playing with your same score amount. So you can just keep playing the game over and over and just increasing your score forever, like theoretically, as long as you don't run out of lives. But again, since you stop gaining new lives, you have to be good enough to just not die ever. Obviously, there are probably plenty of people good enough to just go the entire game without losing a single life, and then just keep replaying the game. I mean, there are all those Donkey Kong players that get like high scores because they just keep playing the same 3 or 4 levels over and over and over. Oh, he was the one who designed Breakout? Or Breakout, Block Breaker, Arkanoid, the many names for games of this genre. I think Block Breaker was on the Atari. Breakout is the arcade, and Arkanoid is another version that has more complexity because of the different power-ups and stuff. I think nowadays they call these Arkanoid clones, even though Arkanoid was not the first block-breaking game, but I guess it was the most popular one at the time. Oh, come on. See what I mean about being the most annoying? Just keep bouncing it back up and down until you finally get it into the gaps. But then it goes back down and doesn't hit anything. There you go. Oof. So Breakout was the first, yeah, like a block. So Block Breaker was the Atari version that was a Atari port of the arcade version, I guess. Okay. This one can get a little tricky, but I guess not that bad, but still annoying because there's still a chance that I'll be bouncing the ball up and down and not breaking anything. At least once this bottom layer is finished. Okay. Going back to my strategy of keeping the paddle in the middle to avoid it going too far in one way and not reaching it in time. Like sometimes that happened, you know, like when, okay, the paddle's over here, the ball suddenly goes that way and I didn't react fast enough, and because the paddle moves at a fixed rate, you can't make it move any faster. If you don't react fast enough, it doesn't matter. If you're almost there is a chance that you won't make it in time. So to avoid that, you keep the paddle closer to the center. Yeah, right now I'm not bothering aiming, like trying to get it to a certain point. I'm just hitting. I'm just worrying about not dying. That's good enough for me for now. Actually, I don't remember which sprite is the second to last bonus stage. Well, we'll see it enough. It reached the black blocks, so that makes the ball a little faster. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, okay. There's a mosquito flying out around in front of me, distracting me. Probably can't see it on camera because it's too small, but okay. It is. I can see it. Okay. Okay, first layer done. Now comes the annoying part. Unless I get very lucky and it managed to get trapped. Like that. Aha. Woohoo! A little bit. Oof. Yeah. There you go. A little bit more. Come on, get up there. Or not. I mean, if the ball doesn't go up there, then I don't get shrunk. So that's fine. I can deal with that. Yeah. Okay, here you go. Hard mode activated. Okay, unlike Arkanoid, which has the like power ups or power downs raining down every time you break a block or so. The only power down this game has is when the ball touches the top of the screen, your paddle shrinks to half size. Actually, don't mind so much that there is no background music, because it kind of helps me focus. Come on. A little more. A little more. Come on. Ah! Just dancing around it. Come on. There you go. Yeah, it's a little less annoying, but still very annoying. Okay. Now we reach the levels that keep coming down. So this has this pattern, but there's a second pattern above. So every time the ball hits the paddle, it starts a kind of counter. And when that counter reaches a certain number, the entire stage comes down. And that certain number will keep getting lower. So the stage will keep coming down more and more often. Which means these unbreakable blocks which will keep getting closer and closer. So until they disappear, that's kind of dangerous. Yeah, in this case, actually shouldn't be focusing on one side, because I want to keep the ball hitting the paddle as much as possible to get it to come down as fast as possible. In this stage, this one stage, I don't want it to be trapped up there. Huh? Okay, come on, one more. There you go. Okay, now I can try and get it up there. Eh? And the ball suddenly changes direction. Okay. Okay. Okay, it stopped coming down. I just gotta clear this. See what I mean? Playing tennis against the wall. The anti-loop system kicked in. Yeah, this game actually has a kind of way to stop the ball from getting stuck in a loop. Once it hits the same blocks a few times, it's like almost like the wall changes its angle or something, or the ball does something that it'll just go in a different angle all of a sudden. And that'll break the loop. So, as a, like, programming wise, pretty well made. Even if it doesn't have quite as many features as other games of this era, or the other block breaking games of this era, Still pretty well made overall. Ah! 7, okay. Can still do this. Okay. When you think you've moved the paddle enough to reach the ball, but then you see that nope, you needed to have moved it a little more. But you don't have time to react. That's when I lose most of my lives. I did the one thing I wasn't supposed to, which was keeping my paddle on one side of the screen. I should keep it in the middle. Almost missed it because of that. And yeah, I'm not even trying to aim. I'm just trying not to die. Hoping I can reach. Come on. Keep doing that. Okay. Huh. 5. Ah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to hit that block. I wasn't sure if it was going to hit that block or not, so I was... Wait, do I go left or right? What? See? Caught me by surprise. But this is one of the final levels. Like, this is the last level of the final world, of the second to last world. So I can kind of understand. I think the ball started faster even before I hit the black block. Come on. Even if I'm not timed, I still wanted to hit as soon as possible, so there's less chance I'll mess up. Okay. 2. Come on. Okay. Come on. Remember when I said there were some levels that I could lose a bunch of lives in the same level? Here's one of them. Okay, we're stuck in a loop, and now we're out. Okay, come on, one more. Huh. In the middle. Ooh, so close. So close. Come on. Huh? A little more. There we go. Whew. The cheap. The bonus stage. Okay, let me breathe a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get any extra lives from points, so it doesn't matter if I clear this or not, but... Oh well, let's try it anyway. Keep doing the spiral patterns. Oops. Went back. Nope. Nope. Come on, go back. Oops. I messed up. Can still do it, but a little harder now. Yeah. 10 seconds. Don't think I'm gonna make it. Nope. Oh well. And we're finally on World 8, or the final pattern. This would be like 8-1, and then comes 8-2 and 8-3. And then the final bonus level, but by then it's assured that I will beat it. So it's only actually 3 more levels that I have to deal with, and I have 4 lives to do it. But I think this is actually not quite as hard as the last one. It's still hard, but I think the last one is a little harder. Let's see. A little tricky. I think I can do it with only 4 lives. Of course, you still gotta try and get the ball in the middle. Tiny gap. I mean, now you got 3 tiny gaps, but there's also the chance that the ball will get stuck in there. Hit a bunch of blocks before coming back down. Yeah, there you go. Woo. In the middle. You don't get caught off guard. The real most annoying part is when there's like only 1 block in the middle of this area. And you can't get it in. Okay. Try and focus on the sides now. I think this was when at one time I got into a loop that it didn't stop, it didn't go out, because I think the anti-loop system only works with the walls and not with the unbreakable blocks. So because the ball was stuck bouncing around between only unbreakable blocks, it didn't go stop. But then when I paused the game and unpaused it, that kind of fixed it. That kind of changed the ball's trajectory slightly. I was kind of worried that I was soft locked, but once again, they did program this well enough that you don't get soft locked. Come on, get up there. There we go. Whew. Okay, keep going, keep staying up there. Oh, I think it's gonna come down on the left. Okay, go back up. Ah. Huh. Okay. In the middle. Stuck in the loop, but it's going to get out after a few cycles. There you go. See? Come on, a little more on that side. So much bouncing around just to hit 1 block. Ah! Almost tripped me up. I was going one way, but oh, actually, other way. Yeah. No. Come on. 5 more. In the middle. Okay. Yeah, the harder levels you get a longer period between like a bigger ratio between how many times the ball bounces around and how many blocks get broken. The earlier levels, it's almost like, okay, one bounce equals one block being broken. Or sometimes multiple blocks being broken with each bounce. Here, the final stages, you can have multiple bounces, one or no blocks being broken. That way. No, that way. That way. I shouldn't be trying to aim with this few lives, but getting impatient. There you go. Oh, two more. Okay. Because yeah, if I want to aim, that means hitting the ball with the edge. Woo. But hitting the ball with the edge means big risk of missing. Okay, now we got the side-scrolling section, and then after this, the coming down section. This one also I'm not going to bother trying to aim. I'm just going to try not to die. Just hit the ball back. Hope for the best. Hope I get lucky enough that the ball will get trapped between these patterns, because sometimes that happens here. Just gotta create an opening. There you go, opening created. Now I just gotta hit the opening. What? Why did I do that? I guess I tried to overcorrect it. Okay, that was my fault. Okay. Oh, I did say I wasn't going to aim, but then I tried to aim it. Come on. Okay. There you go. Woohoo! Can get a little tense when I would like, oh wait, hesitate to move the right way or move one way, but then, oh wait, should I move the other way a little bit? But yeah, this game can be a little anxiety-inducing. Even though the gameplay is simple, not what I would call a cozy game. Just barely made it. Squeezed the ball in. Okay. You get really impatient when there's like only a few left, but then only a few blocks left, but then it keeps hitting every other spot except the one block you need. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Come on. There you go. There you go. Woof. Uh-oh. Okay. Thought I could breathe, but nope. There you go. Ah! Oof. Okay. When it moves around, bounces around so much, so fast like that, it gets kind of hard to anticipate where it's gonna go. Okay. 2. Yeah. Okay. Huh? Scary. Things are getting scary. Come on, get up there. 1 more. Ah! Ah! Look at that. Ah! Come on. Where are you going? Come on. Ah! Oh, there you go. Alright. Final level. 3 lives. Can I do it? Get a drink first. Hydrate. Posture check. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Get into the gamer pose. Even it's a very simple game, but still gotta focus. Again, this one I shouldn't worry about destroying all of these blocks, but I should worry about it getting it down as fast as possible to get rid of these barriers so close to the paddle. Okay. Keep coming down. Now the top one is inverted, actually. Okay. Oh, kind of dangerous. Okay, very close. Okay. Hey, Emban. You caught me at the final level of Alleyway. Weirdest thing I've seen someone stream? I've certainly played weirder games than this, but I guess this is not what most people would be streaming. But I'm not above streaming unpopular games, I guess. As long as they're games that I enjoy playing, or games that I played as a kid, and I want to try and beat them on stream. And this was one of them. Hey, hi, Patrick. Arkanoid was better. I think I played... was Arkanoid on NES? Yeah, I think I played a little bit, but this is the one I played the most. Oh, no. Okay. One side clear. Come on, clear the other side without coming down. Help me out here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I played the Arkanoid on NES that much, but I do remember playing a few block breaker games on PC where you could move the paddle with your mouse, which was made it a lot easier because you could move it at whatever speed you wanted. It wasn't a fixed speed. Okay, okay. Okay, gotta focus. I have only 3 lives. If I lose all 3 lives, it's a game over. Start from scratch. And this is the final level. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Go back there. Yeah, go in there. There we go. Come on. You played it on Macintosh? It is. Yeah, this one I played on. I actually played on the Game Boy, and but it wasn't mine. It was a borrowed cartridge. Something which we did a lot as kids. As long as you had the same consoles as everyone else in the neighborhood, you always had access to a lot of games, even without buying them. You either had to trade a game, like, oh, you give me one game, I'll give you another in return for a few days. Which I remember doing that with N64 games in school. I remember, I think I traded Star Fox 64 for Ocarina of Time. But then I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time, but then we kind of agreed to give each other's cartridges back after a few days, and that wasn't long enough for me to beat Ocarina of Time, but it was long enough for me to see what the game was like, so I really liked it, so I bought my own copy. Come on, 2 more. 2 more and it's over. Huh? Should I try aim? Aim to that side? Huh? Okay, one more. Come on. That way. Yeah. So scary. And one more. There you go. Woohoo. And of course, the final bonus stage is Bowser. Which, yeah, it's just a bonus stage, so even if I miss, if I don't get all of it, I'll still beat the game. But try anyway. Okay, go back. Keep it at a 45-degree angle. Uh-oh, already messed up. Okay, back to 45. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. I don't think I have enough time. Oh, actually I do. Cleared Bowser. Nice. 1,500 points. Woohoo. Nice play. With the kind of 1930s cartoon looking Mario. Old Mario design. Try again. But yeah, this is one of those games where after you beat the game, you can keep going from stage 1. Just keep replaying the same game over and over. I guess I can do it to see if I can beat my own high score. Wait, I think actually I already did beat my own high score. I think my old high score was like the flower plus 4,500. Well, I already have. Oh, I think it was the flower plus 5,000. So I think I already have more. But yeah, I still have 3 lives, and I can keep going until I completely run out of lives. But yeah, that was Alleyway. I guess that was the end of my Alleyway playthrough. Yeah, you can keep playing and raising your score higher and higher, but in the first 9,000 points, you get 1 extra life for every 1,000 points you get. But after 9,000 points, you stop getting extra lives. I think if it kept giving you extra lives, even I could have kept going indefinitely. But because they stopped, at some point, I will lose these 3 lives. I don't think I can do like 2 playthroughs. Well, not yet, anyway. Maybe if I kept playing, kept getting better. Of course, I can beat the first few stages without losing a life, but then will come the harder worlds, and yep. Whew. But yeah, glad I was able to do it, because even though I did practice the game a little bit, I was able to beat it a couple times, so I was kind of confident that I could do it. It wasn't 100% confident. There was always the chance that I will mess up or lose all my lives. I did lose like 1 life in the very first or second stage, because I was like talking while playing, I guess. So that kind of scared me a little bit. Oh no, I was able to beat this game by just playing. Can I beat the game by playing and talking and streaming at the same time? There's the streamer debuff that you kind of get a little distracted by talking and reading chat while playing. So there was a chance that I could get a game over and have to start over. So now I'm kind of now I can just relax. It doesn't matter when I lose, if I lose or not. I don't really care about high scores.
Whoa, a present for me?
Whoa.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for all the gift subs. No, Mega Babes.
Whoa, a present for me? Thanks.
Yeah, you got my voiced alert.
Whoa, a present for me? Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much for all the gift subs. Ah, wasn't looking. But yeah, remember when I mentioned that on the first stages your paddle doesn't shrink because the ball doesn't hit the top? Well, I think that game was coded in such a way that it even on the first stages that rule still applies, but they just put unbreakable blocks on the top so you don't get shrunk, rather than coding it in such a way that the first few stages don't count or something. That's kind of smart. Save up on coding lines by just changing the level design a little bit. You doing gardening recently? Cool. I don't usually do a lot in that, but my mom loves gardening, so she collects special kinds of plants, and sometimes she just goes in the yard with the little trimming scissors, starts trimming branches, while I stay home playing video games. Well, actually, I haven't been playing many video games lately, except on stream or like late at night to practice a little bit. Hopefully that changes soon. Am I going to be checking out the Riven remake? I mean, if I could, I would, obviously, but unfortunately, I don't have a PC strong enough to run it. But I did watch the trailer, and I am glad. I am happy with how it looks, especially the human models. The one Gen model that we saw looked a lot better than the human models in Myst, which didn't look all that great. So they improved a lot in that area. Yeah, I saw the Meta Quest trailer, which obviously has a big visual downgrade because I think that is the game that's supposed to run only on the Meta Quest and not attached to a PC. And yeah, I'm glad that they're making two versions so that the VR version doesn't compromise the PC version. But yeah, it was very much a dream come true from the Myst community to have what people called real Riven back then. After having real Myst being the real-time 3D Myst game, like, okay, now when are we getting real Riven? When are we getting the real-time 3D Riven? Took a couple decades, but eventually we got it. So that's nice. There was even the fan efforts to make a real-time Riven, the Starry Expanse project. I wonder if, I mean, I'm not sure if that will ever be finished, but I wonder if that kind of, their efforts inspired Cyan to work on their own version at some point. Because if it did, then it would have been all worthwhile. Okay. One. First bonus stage, Mario. Can I remember all the bonus stages? It was Mario, Koopa Trooper, or the Nokobon, the bomb turtle from Mario Land. Then it was Blooper. Then it was the Piranha Plant. Then it was Bullet Bill. Then the Cheep Cheep, and then Bowser. No, there was one missing. Goomba, yeah. 8. As long as I hit it at a certain position, it will keep bouncing in a 45-degree angle in kind of a spiral. I hit it in the wrong position. Okay, back to a spiral. So there is some strategy to clearing these bonus stages. Okay, one more, come on. There you go. See? Lots and lots of points. Never see a remake of Exile or Revelation. I mean, I'm actually not too bummed about that because the 360 degree of the vision, that kind of makes it felt like it was more immersive, I guess. I think the Myst and Riven were the ones that really needed a 3D version. I wonder, although even if they don't remake completely, maybe they'll Maybe they'll do a VR version of Exile and Revelation, because you can have a 360-degree like static image around a VR world, right? I mean, it theoretically could be possible if they had like the source codes or something to put a VR set in the middle of the 360-degree environment. And also kind of theoretically also possible to do it that with Exile in Uru, or End of Ages in Uru, since they are already in 3D, but by today's standards, they're kind of low poly. I guess it would look out of place next to the more detailed Mist and Riven. But yeah, I think I would be, I'll be satisfied or satiated, I guess, if they stop at Riven. Also, they used the work from the Starry Expanse people in the Riven remake, like adapted their work. Quite cool. Cool that they contributed in that way. And I think in Riven they're also like, is it just me or are they adding new puzzles? Because I saw a new like a thing that dispensed like white spheres. That wasn't in the original Riven. So I'm guessing that they might be adding new puzzles as well. And I think I read somewhere that they were adding new scenes or even new characters. Like when they were talking about the actors that they hired. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Even if I can't play myself right now. I hope it does well. Maybe I'll watch someone stream it, someone else play it. I mean, it's not really much of a spoiler for me. I kind of already know what the game looks like, how the game ends, so I could just as well watch someone else play just to see how it looks. How long? Been 2 hours already. I kind of when I first beat this game, I kept playing over and over to like make sure that I could beat it every time. But at some point, I also turn on a timer to time myself playing this, just to have an idea. Okay, if I were to stream this, how long would it take to beat it? Would it be enough for one stream? And apparently, yeah. My stream times are usually between 3 and 4 hours, but when I time myself, it took like an hour and a half to beat it. So, okay, that's long enough to do a standalone stream. I think my shortest stream was like Dragon's Lair, which was like half an hour or something. Little Mermaid on NES, also half an hour. But I have streamed shorter games than that, but not as standalone games. Like, there was the Master System stream where I streamed like, I finished 3 Master System games in one stream because each one was so short. Yeah, I'm not... come on. That would have been a perfect shot. But yeah, right now I'm kind of playing longer games, the alternating between them. Like, the Prince of Persia: Two Thrones and Doom Eternal and Dark Souls. But I do plan on doing more of this, you know, sprinkling in a few shorter one stream standalone games in between them, so it doesn't get too boring or too repetitive to only watch the same games over and over until I beat one of them. Also, I do want to try and avoid having too many in progress games at once. Like 3 is the max. So I'm not going to start a new game series until I beat one of the current games, but if it's a standalone game that I can beat in one stream, then it's fine. And I do have a couple other like NES games that I want to play. I think my record I mean, I already got my top score. I already beat my top score, but I think my top score in stages was 38. I wonder if I can beat that as well today. Get to stage 40. And I'm also curious to see what happens when I get 999 again. Will I get a second flower or a different icon? I never got this many points before, so I don't know. There's still one more layer, I think. Yep. Come on, get up there. It is pretty cool when I kind of visually calculate where the ball is going and it just happens to go exactly where my paddle already is, so I don't have to move it. Kind of feel cool when that happens. Ah. Safe. Oof. I think I did read the manual of this, and it did say that if you hit the ball while the paddle is moving, you can like give a little bit of an effect to it, or if you hit the ball like while the paddle is changing direction, you can also have an effect, but I haven't really noticed that. I mostly noticed it in the positions, like if you hit it not in the middle, right in the middle of the paddle, but slight to the side, slight to the other side, but not at the edge. That's the perfect reflect, I guess, when it's coming down at a 45-degree angle, it comes back up. So yeah, right now I'm gonna try and hit it not in the middle, but in one of the, I guess, the middle of one of the halves, either on the left half or of the right half. That's the prime hit point. Okay. A little bit. Okay. Spiral. Okay. 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 Ah, come on. Ah. Come on. There you go. Whew. That was luck. I did not aim to do that. I did not mean to do that. Woohoo. Ooh. Is that a mushroom? Well, the icon changed from a flower to a mushroom. I mean that you got 20,000 points. Cool. First time seeing that. Obviously, I don't expect to keep going indefinitely, but I kind of want to maybe watch a TAS or TAS run of this to see if if there's like a run where they get the most points possible, just to see what the icons are. Okay, this one's still kind of easy, but can be the next world, next set of patterns. That's the dangerous ones where I can start losing my lives. The first 3 worlds, 3 sets of patterns, not that hard to clear without dying. Later ones can get tricky. And of course, the last ones, very hard, as you'd expect. So yeah, even if this isn't quite as deep as Arkanoid, still fun. You can still have fun with games that aren't the best in their genre. A lot of aspects of older games where I'm more forgiving than others. Like graphical, for example, I'm okay with a older game not looking as good. Even difficulty balance, if it seems too hard, okay, that's just how things were at the time. As long as I'm able to have fun, I'm okay with a lot of things. And doesn't mean that I'll play anything. There are plenty of games that they might look good, might even have a bunch of advanced mechanics, but they're just not my thing. They're just not for me. I don't have fun playing them. So. That's why I usually don't consider myself like a game critic. I don't really give scores to the games I play. I just say, hey, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, there were parts that I didn't like, but okay. It's okay. Very vague. Doesn't really help anyone deciding if they want to buy the game or not or something, but that's how I express my gaming opinions. I do have to be careful not to lose focus. Especially with this game, I guess. If you're tracking the ball with your eyes too much, that kind of makes your eyes a little tired, I guess. I did not like fall asleep completely while playing this at night, but I did sometimes like while the ball was bouncing around, I would like think of something else, get distracted, and then, oh wait, suddenly wake up and the ball was coming back. It's kind of easy to lose focus sometimes. Maybe this kind of game would be like an exercise in concentration. Like I don't consider myself having like ADHD or anything. It's not like I have trouble focusing, and sometimes I will like switch around like what I'm doing, like a video or something. Okay, I'm tired of watching this video for now. I'll switch to something else, then I'll come back to it or something. But it's not that serious. But I think it is possible to like train your focus so you don't get distracted. Especially, yeah, when I'm streaming. I think if I wasn't streaming, I might have like stopped a little bit, taken a break or so, pause the game, do something else, and then come back. But since I am streaming this game, I gotta keep playing it. Well, I think that also helps me train my focus, I think. Come on. There you go. Get over there. No. Get back there. Okay. I was kind of annoyed but kind of annoyed there, but it used my annoyance to my detriment. I keep trying to make it do this spiral pattern, which is keeping it at a 45-degree angle, but it's hard to make it bounce in right at the right spot when the paddle's tinier. Okay. Oh, wrong spot. Not a 45-degree angle anymore. Okay, back to 45. And now going back again. That wasted time. Now it's no longer 45 degree. I messed up. Oh, messed up again. Yeah, if you can keep doing it the same cycle, 45-degree angle every time, much easier to clear these bonus stages, but one mess up is enough because the timer keeps ticking down. Oh well. Yeah, I doubt I'll get another 9,000 points. I think the mushroom is the last icon I'll see. This way. That way. No. Okay. There you go. Get in there. Ah. Well, at least the people who came in later get to see what the earlier stages look like. A total of 8 patterns. Kind of like in 8 worlds in Mario. Whoa. So even though this is like stage 34, I call it, no, this is stage 4-1. 4-1 as they... There you go. Okay, now try and focus on the middle. That's not focusing on the middle. Now we're not going anywhere. Wait, no, don't get annoyed. That's how you lose a life. Huh. Okay. Okay. Risky move, but sometimes worth it. There you go. Ah! Oh well. Ah! Strip me up. Ah, come on. And there's that one block that won't get hit. Come on. There you go. Oof. And now it's the hardest level. Yay. The interlacing unbreakable blocks that very easily make the ball go wild. See if I can survive it without losing a life. Yeah, I actually kind of want to try and at least get to level 40. Get both my high score and my points high score and my level high score in the same playthrough. That would be nice. Whoa. But yeah, I do hope to... obviously, I hope to not get sick again. I've lately been getting sick very often. Like I got like a cold 5 times last month. As soon as I got better, I got hit with a cold again. That's why I didn't stream as much. And then sometimes either have, like, it would rain a lot here and that would cause power issues. I'd be worried about streaming while the power was unstable. And sometimes, probably also because of the rain, I would have no internet. Because something would break or go down and they would send a technician to fix. So I just, okay, nothing I can do with no internet, no way to stream. So that just kept happening one after the other. Either I was sick, or there were power issues, or internet issues. One after the other. So now, anytime I feel, okay, today I'm healthy enough, I have internet, and there haven't been power issues recently, I'll stream. So maybe I won't stick to my regular schedule so much. That way I can stream whenever I can instead of only streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So make sure to hit that bell and subscribe or smash the like button or whatever. Get notified when I go live. Come on, last one. Come on. There. Whew, no lives lost. Nice. Okay, this one is keep slamming it back. It goes down. I think this is where you came in, right, Megababes? Wasn't this stage? Oh. You've seen a full playthrough now. Okay. 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 Ah! Panicking. Pretty sure the ball went a little past beyond the paddle, but it still counted. Check the tapes, analyze frame by frame, you'll see that the ball did go a little past the paddle, but I won't complain if it still counts as a hit. Okay. Now I just gotta wait for these blocks to go away. Huh? Sudden change in direction, always scary. Okay. And I think there is a 0 lives, so even if I die now, I'll still have one more man, as they say in English. I don't think I ever call a lives as an extra man or something. Even in Portuguese, it's always extra life. Okay, and... When the old people say extra man. I mean, I am getting there in advanced age. I am now in my, technically I am now in my 40s, so am I an old man now? I have a couple gray hairs on my beard. You just don't see it because I shaved them off. I guess there would be people who, like, were younger in the Atari days. Maybe that's when they called extra man. I think in the NES days, everyone called it an extra life or a 1-up. And that's the period where I grew up in. Hmm. Okay, almost there. I wonder how many people have actually streamed this, like have full playthroughs of this as a stream. Sometimes on my YouTube channel, I will get like views on unconventional games, like my playthrough of ESS Mega, the space simulator game, and I kind of wonder, maybe I'm getting those views not because it is like a particularly popular game or anything, but just because not that many people have streamed that or have a full playthrough of that game, you know. So that I'm kind of one of the very few. I'm fulfilling that very niche market of the very few people who actually played that game and remember it. Sometimes I'll get a comment, "Oh yeah, I used to play this as a kid" or something. That's kind of why sometimes I like playing the games that I played as a kid, not only to show it off to people who might not know it, but also to, I guess, relate to other people who have also played them as kids. Sometimes they're like more rarer games that aren't that conventional, so not that many people played it, so a little harder to relate. Whew. Extra Man might be arcade terminology. So not even in Atari days. Well, I guess the Atari days were still arcade days as well. I mean, that was before the crash and when even arcades were also still a thing. And I think in arcade they also called it well, at least a continue was not called a continue, it was just a credit. You would use your quarters to buy extra credits in the game to allow you to continue playing. And yes, I have a couple of arcade ports in virtual consoles where they still call it a credit to have extra lives or extra continues. And even in the Toho games that I've streamed, they call it one credit clear when you beat the game without continues. The 1cc run means one credit clear. So that's also arcade terminology going into non-arcade games. Yeah, I think I... Uh-oh. Oh, let me not jinx myself. I don't say, oh, I think I can finish the... I can get past to level 38. No, don't jinx yourself. Number one mistake for streamers is to jinx yourself by saying, oh, now I can do it. Oh, I think I'm about to win. So close. There you go. Okay, I think I'm already past my previous high score. This is, or level high score. This level 39. When I last played this off stream, I don't think I reached this level, like, after clearing the game, obviously. Yeah, still very far away from another 9,000 points, so I'd have to do very well with all the bonus stages to get that many points again. Ooh, nice. Ooh, close one. Oh, for some reason, I think it's always easier to map or calculate where the ball is going when it's coming down at a 45-degree angle. Anything other than that, a little trickier for some reason. Kind of predict, okay, if I'm gonna hit the wall at 95 at a 45-degree angle, it's probably going to reflect at another 45-degree angle, so you can kind of visualize where it's going. Okay. There you go. A little more. Get rid of the white ones. Ah, that's so close. Okay. Okay. As long as I don't mess up, should be fine. Big if I don't mess up. Ah. Okay. Okay, 4. Ooh, almost messed up. Ah, come on. Should have touched it. No, don't go back. Going. Use the spiral technique. As long as you keep hitting it in the same angle, at some point it's gonna hit all the blocks. Just like in the bonus stages. Come on. There you go. Get this over with, and then level 40. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Go back. Uh-oh. Messed up. I don't have enough time to reach. Oh. Oh well. There you go, level 40. I'm okay if I die now. If I lose a life now. I mean, I'm just gonna keep going until I get a game over, but that was kind of my objective. At least, let me at least reach stage 40. Whoa. Makes it even easier to just remember what my high score was. Oh. It's a nice round number. Another Game Boy game that I've been playing, I was actually, until recently, playing a lot at night, was Dr. Mario. I had already finished Dr. Mario on NES. Well, not the actual NES, but on the Virtual Console on the Wii U. So I figured, hey, I might as well do it on Game Boy as well. And of course I knew about Dr. Mario a lot. Back then, I was always more of a Tetris kind of guy, but I was always kind of curious to see, whoa, Mario not being a platformer? What's that game like? I don't know, the commercials intrigued me. And I do remember hearing that it was popular on Game Boy as well. Even though it was on the NES, it was in color. Yeah. You always preferred Yoshi's Cookie? Or the Yoshi, just Yoshi, not Yoshi's Cookie. Is that the one that kind of looks like a Tetris Attack, or where the panel switching ones? Oh yeah, just Yoshi for NES. Didn't have a cookie yet. But yeah, eventually I was able to what I consider beating Dr. Mario, because obviously the first few stages are very easy. You can just go by, just breeze through them, but I think it's around level 15 that gets a little challenging, and that's when I usually die. But then you can just start over at level 15, so I just kept starting over from the same level until I beat it. And then I'll start over from the next level until I beat it. And then, I think at the max level you can start the game at is level 20. And yeah, level 20, that's the kind of game where I would keep restarting until I got an easier pattern, you know? Because it's like, oh, this pattern with this first piece, no thanks. I'm just gonna start over. I kept using a lot of RNG to try and beat that final Dr. Mario level. And sometimes you get a good start, but then you mess up. That's always frustrating. But eventually, with enough repetitions, at some point, I got a little better, and I got a little lucky enough that I was able to complete level 20, and then you get a little cutscene, so I guess. Even though you can keep going, and after that there's like level 21, 22 and stuff, but because you get a little cutscene after level 20, I consider that the end of the game. That you, okay, if you beat level 20, you've beaten Dr. Mario. Like with this game, I'm still going. I'm still at stage 41, but I consider this game beaten already. Even though I haven't reached the end, theoretically. It is a beaten game. Remember watching a documentary about this that they say it was the guy in the documentary said it was hard to find who made this game because the end screen doesn't have any credits. Sometimes happens in these games. But I think there was like an article or something detailing which Nintendo team was responsible for this. The Dr. Mario mobile game, and I never played that. I played a little bit of Dr. Luigi on Wii U. It was okay, but yeah, not as interesting as the original. Okay. Come on, get rid of these barriers. Back to being tiny. There you go. Yeah, I don't think. I think a demo of Mario Run is like the only Mario-related Nintendo mobile game that I played. That and a bit of Fire Emblem Heroes and a little bit of Pokemon Go back in the day. But I never tried Pokemon Masters or EX or Mario Kart World Tour or the Dr. Mario. Yeah, I do remember the like trailers and ads showing all the reveals of everyone suddenly becoming doctors in that game. Sure, Dr. Piranha Plant or Dr. Bowser Jr., whatever. Yeah, I probably won't be playing much of this after this. I feel like I've gotten enough of this game, like enough satisfaction of playing this. I've beaten it. I've got a pretty good high score. I streamed it. Time to move on to the next game that I'll be playing over and over until I get good enough to feel confident that I can beat it on stream. Like, there are a few games that I want to stream, but first I gotta play them long enough to get good at them. And I haven't really had the time to play any games off stream. I think that's why I've been mostly playing, I guess, easier games. Like Dark Souls. Games that I don't have to practice to beat. Huh? Thought you could trip me up, eh? Stuck in a loop. No, we're not. Any percent practiceless runs? No, not with the older NES games, because if I'm gonna stream a game, I kind of want to. I don't want to risk streaming doing multiple streams of the same game, of multiple runs of the same game. You know, like I feel like that would be repetitive. Come watch me practice this game and beat it, and try and beat it, and by the time I got good enough to stream it, people would have already seen the game and know what it's like, you know. I feel like it's more fun when it's like one game, one stream for one game or something. You don't have to watch me fail multiple times. Even though a lot of people watch speedrunners do it, but I'm not really a speedrunner, so I don't think I would be as entertaining to watch fail. Streaming a blind run? I mean, I do that with the more modern games. There are plenty of games that I do stream blind runs because they're longer, or I feel like I can beat them. But these shorter games in NES, Game Boy games, I like to at least have an idea or be confident that I can beat it. Although there is a chance that I won't. I mean, there were a couple games that I tried playing, I couldn't beat them, and I had to come back and try again. I think Golden Axe was one of them, where I tried playing, wasn't able to beat. But then I practiced a bunch of times and I played, then I streamed it again and I was able to beat it. Hero. It was one of the games, Hero for the MSX was one of the games that I streamed in my MSX stream. I was able to beat all the other games, or most of the other games in my MSX stream, but I wasn't able to beat Hero. So I practiced a bunch and then made a standalone Hero stream. And Crypt of the Necrodancer, I was able to reach like the second to last boss, but I wasn't able to beat it yet. So I might have to come back to it after practicing a little more and seeing if I can beat it on stream. But that will just be another attempt, not a guarantee that I can beat it. That's why I still, even though there's only one stream, I still say that's Crypt of the Necrodancer Part 1. Part 2 is coming someday. Yeah, Cadence of Hyrule, I did a blind playthrough, and I beat it first try just fine. Even games like Cuphead that are like considered to be hard, but they're not so hard that like if you fail, you have to start over from scratch, you know? You get a game over and have to start all over. I think that's the main issue. If it's a game that has, like, infinite continues, that I can keep trying multiple times, and I feel like I can at least make some progress after a few hours, then okay. I'll do a blind run of them. But a lot of these NES games, it's the kind where either you play them correctly, either you get good, or you won't make progress. You just do a playthrough from the beginning, die at some point, get a game over, and you have to start all over again. So if it's a game that I have to start all over from scratch, I'll probably not do a blind playthrough, a blind run. Because I don't want to have to like do a stream where, okay, let's see if I can beat the game from scratch. Nope, didn't do it. There was enough time. Several hours later, I'm still starting from level 1. And then another stream. Okay, let's see if I can beat it this time. Nope, starting from level 1, I still can't beat it. No, I feel like that would be there wouldn't be much like change between one stream and another if I just keep trying over and over, because if it's a game that I can, even if I can't beat it in one stream, I can at least make progress in a stream and then continue from where I left off in another stream. At least, okay, that one is part 1 of my playthrough, and that is part 2 of my playthrough. So there's a sequence, you know. I don't want my streams to be, okay, this is my first attempt, this is my second attempt, this is my third attempt. People would just, why would you watch my earlier attempts? Why wouldn't you just skip right to the last? If you're watching the VODs, you know, why wouldn't you just skip to the final attempt where I did manage to beat the game in one go? One game I'll be... Yeah, I don't know. I guess if my streams were more like informal, where I didn't do this whole prepare layout for this one game, okay, in this one stream I'm gonna play this one game, because some streamers do like these okay, I'm just gonna stream and just play whatever, you know. Then I could play a little bit of one thing, then play a little bit of another thing, practice a little bit of this one game, you know. But in all these years, my streaming structure has usually been I prepare to stream this one game for this one stream, and once I'm done with this game, I stop streaming, or I interrupt this and then continue this one game in another stream. It's almost like each stream is an episode of my playthroughs. If you want to watch me play just one specific game, you can just watch that one series. Like part 1, part 2, part 3, instead of having to find... Ooh, nice. Look at that. Instead of having to find, okay, in which stream did he play this? Which stream did he play that? You just search my VODs by their title, you know? I like keeping them organized like that. Very few streams where I did that was like the Atari Vault collection, where it's like, I mean, technically it is one game or one collection of games, or like the random NES games stream, but it's still kind of self-contained, that these are not just any random NES games, these are the NES games from the NES Mini. And they're just not the Atari Vault collection, that's not just any Atari game, that the Atari game from that specific collection, so. But yeah, those were kind of nice. 3 in one go. But yeah, I'm okay with mastering games off stream and then playing them on stream once I'm good enough. And yeah, there's always that one chance that even if I beaten the game or off stream, there's still a kind of tension where there's no guarantee that I will be able to beat it on stream. Like, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to beat this on stream. The Toho games that I've streamed, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to beat them on stream. I almost didn't beat Double Dragon on stream. I made several attempts, several runs. Only when I was about to give up, that's when I did it. So there's still a little bit of tension, even if I've practiced a game. At least with these older games. I mean, obviously, with the other games I've been streaming, I don't think there's a tension of will I be able to beat it or not, you know? Of course I'm going to be able to beat it eventually. But with other smaller games, there's that possibility. Yeah, but I don't really play games for score or being competitive or like even with myself. I play games to beat them, or at least to see them to their conclusion, you know. I think the only game that I try and play for their score would be Tetris or Game Boy Tetris. Try to get that 400k run like Kyle Bossman used to do. I think I've only got it twice ever. Maybe 3 times. So yeah, that's, I guess, one game that I could do this stream that you mentioned. Just watch me play and see how many points I can get. That would be Game Boy Tetris. Maybe even Tetris 99, but I feel like I've already played enough, streamed enough of those. I have 2 Game Boy Tetris streams and, well, 1, 2, 3 Tetris 99. Or 3 or 4 Tetris 99 streams. So maybe if I find another game that I feel the same way, I'll do it. But yeah, most games, I just want to beat them, move on to the next one, and be done. Like this one, yeah, probably not gonna play this anymore, and I'm not going to try and get a higher score than whatever I get just now. Whatever I get, that will be my permanent high score. So if you want to try and beat it, you can try and get a higher score than me. That's okay. You won't have to worry about me trying to play again. Pacifist runs of Super Mario Brothers, not defeating any enemies. Yeah, I think there have been a couple games where I did like self-imposed challenges for myself, but I can't remember any right now. But yeah, there was that time when I streamed Duke Nukem 3D with the self-imposed challenge of not saving between levels or not saving mid levels. I only saved at the beginning of each level, so every time I died, I'll start the level from the beginning. So the challenge was trying to beat each level without dying. Just to make the game a little more tense, a little more exciting. Because I feel like I played so much of this game that... Oh, come on. I played so much of that game that I would be... It would be too easy without that self-imposed challenge. Well, I'm already in the last world again. Cool. Probably not gonna beat it because, again, because 0 lives and... maybe I will beat this one, but the next one, nah, no way. Oh yeah, I remember also one time I played all 3 games in the original Alone in the Dark trilogy without saving at any point. That was also another self-imposed challenge. I didn't do that on stream, but I remember trying that because I had played those games so much that I knew exactly what to do. I knew exactly where all the enemies were, so I was like, okay, let me see if I can play the entire game without making a single mistake that would cost my life. And if I failed, I would have to start the entire game all over again. That was kind of fun. And I did manage to do it. Just not on stream, but... But those are like rare exception of games that I really liked and played so much in my childhood, like repeatedly, that I got really good at it. I don't think that I'll come across many of those anymore because back then you didn't have that many games, that much access to new games. So you could dedicate your life to your playing a single game over and over again. Nowadays, I kind of want to play more games instead of playing the same game over and over, you know? And yeah, not many. Probably won't do that stream because there aren't that many games left that I really enjoy playing that I would play it repeatedly until I got better. Like I said, I will play these games at least until I get good enough to beat them, and then no more. Games like Game Boy Tetris, that is one game that I do keep coming back to even after I quote unquote get good. Come on. Come on. We're waiting. Really? Anytime now. Any day now, come on. Oh. Gotta be careful not to look away. Ball might go down suddenly. No, I'll read when I finish that. Come on. Come on, it's in there. There you go. Whew. Badges in Mario Wonder. I haven't played that yet. I have like revisited older games to maybe try and complete them, like find all the secrets or find all the things. But yeah, not do multiple runs of the same game to get better at it. Yeah, I do like revisiting games, but it has to be like way later, like after a decade or so. Well, maybe I will play Breath of the Wild again in master mode if it's like 10 years down the line. Like I did play was it Ocarina of Time Master Quest? That kind of count. Not as long as Breath of the Wild, but it is revisiting an older game, newer mode. But yeah, I'm not like right after beating the game, but if enough time has passed and I feel like taking on this challenge, then yeah, maybe I would be willing to replay a game in a new way with new challenges. I was not expecting to reach this far, actually. Even if I don't beat it, it's still kind of impressive that almost doing 2 runs of this game. Oh, ball's going all over the place. Eh? Yeah, you stay up there. Nice. Ah, come on. Come on, one more. There you go. Whew. Final stage again. 0 lives. Stream taking way longer than I anticipated. I actually thought, oh, this is just going to be a quick stream, just one playthrough of this game. An hour and a half. Going way longer than anticipated. Get rid of these blocks. Okay, that tripped me up. There you go. Ah. Always scary when they do that. When the ball does that. Like, what? I'm going left, I'm going right. Nope. Come on, get in there. Focus. Maximum focus. Okay, hard mode activated. Oof. Scary. Don't get stuck. Get back in there. Wrong side. Oh. Nope. Uh-oh. Dangerous. Dangerous. Oof. Oh, come on. A little more. You can do it. Why go in there but not the other way? I don't want to try and aim, it's too risky. Come on, one block. I'm more tense now than when I first got here. And no blocks. 3 more. 2 more. One more. Ah. So scary. Aha. Woohoo. Now I don't even care if I clear Bowser or not. I can breathe again. Woo. One more. Nah. Ah, come on. That's okay. I did clear Bowser in the first run, so that's fine. Nice play. Again. Mario's weird smile. Oh, they don't actually say try again. It just fades away. Okay. I guess I'll keep going. Until I get a game over, I guess. Can I get another 9,000 points? 90? Yeah. Okay, now I don't even care about doing a whole third run. That was scary enough. I mean, I don't mind not getting the next icon. I just want to see what it is. I can do that off stream, looking up, I guess, playthroughs of someone else. Like, I'm already way beyond any of the high scores that I got playing this game before. So this is like already my ultimate high score, whatever it ends up being. I guess I could try. Yeah, if I do well in two more, if I do well in 2 more bonus stages, I can do it. Can get another 3,000 points. Oh wait, no, the first bonus stages don't give 1,500 points. The later ones that do. My hands are still sweaty. Okay. Probably not gonna die on the first few stages, but still gotta focus. I did die in the first few stages in the first part of this run. So it is technically possible. I get too distracted. If I knew which way it would go, I could try and aim directly. Can I? Nope, it went the other way. Maybe it depends on which side of the screen you are. There you go. This is what I wanted. Yeah, but I wanted to do that on the first release of the ball. But I don't know if it's the side where the ball is coming from. Depends on which side the paddle is coming from. I would have to do like a save state rewind to study the game code this way. Study the behavior of the game like this. I have done that with these Nintendo Switch Online games, like test things in the game with, and then rewind to see what would happen if I do this. Okay, what happens if I do this? And then you get a better understanding of the game. Like whenever I practice these games for streams, it's not just about getting good at the game, but I also try to understand how the game works, you know? That's kind of a big... gives a big advantage when you know exactly what all the mechanics are, and that's why I read the manuals and try different things on the game to really learn all the secrets. Like sometimes a game is hard, but if you know where all the secret items are, where all the 1-ups and lives and stuff are, it becomes a lot easier, you know? So it's not just practice hand-eye coordination, but getting your increasing your knowledge of the game also helps a lot. Hey, Mario's bonus stage again. Although, yeah, this time the timer is different. In the first run it was 95, now it's 80. Huh. I had 95 seconds, okay. Whoops. Are you wasting time? Okay, let me try this. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Go back. No. Ah, well. Go back. No, wasting time again. Oh well. Yeah, back and forth, wasted too many seconds. Oh well. Can still try again on this bonus stage. If I can get... Actually, I don't know how many points I'll get, but oh well. If I can get like 8,500 points by the end of the third stage, then maybe. Yeah, getting faster. Faster, 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 faster. I do wonder how many people have the patience to keep playing this game for this long to reach this high score. Obviously, a lot of people probably have way higher scores than this. I mean, that's kind of why I don't bother trying to be competitive with high scores, because I always figure there's always going to be someone with way better hand-eye coordination, way more time to practice, or who likes the game more than I do, to play more. And obviously they're going to have much higher scores than me, so... Whoops! Oh well, that's it. Game over. Oh well. 80-86 is my top score. At least I get to stop. 3 hours, 47 minutes. Way longer than I intended. And there's also the question of the stamina. I was getting tired as well. That obviously is going to affect how well I play. Who knows? Maybe I'll reload a save or something, or save state this and then try again. Try to keep going until I reach another icon. See for myself, but won't count as a top score since I would be using rewind. But I'll still get to see what the symbol is. But yeah, this has been Alleyway, the block breaker for Game Boy with Mario. Twice that two runs of Alleyway technically. Yeah, like these revisits of older games, make sure to follow the channel. I always play the games of my childhood, and this is... I didn't play a lot of this game on my childhood. I never owned it. It was like a borrowed cartridge, but I did play a little bit, and I did... once it got released on the Nintendo Switch Online thing, I did, okay, let me revisit this, see if I have fun playing it, and I did have fun playing it again, and I did have fun doing multiple attempts until I got good enough to finally beat it. So it is one more game to cross off my list of beaten games for my childhood. So yeah, if you want to check out other NES games, Game Boy games, and older PC games from my childhood that I've also played and beaten on stream, you can go to my YouTube channel. I archive my streams there. So yeah, hope you had fun. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.